It's Wednesday night. You know what that means. It's time for our new series to continue, Kye's Top 5. What's up, guys? Kye the Casual here on the Common Casual Wrestling channel. Yeah, I just got done watching AEW Dynamite. And of course, we're going to be doing my top 5. Let me know your favorite moments in the comments down below if you watched. This will probably be posted the next day after I watch it. So, you have some time to catch up on it if you missed it. If not, let me know. Here's what I thought of the show. And of course, I want to start with some honorable mentions. We have MJF opening the show, doing his classic heel promos, of course. And I think that the dude is just good on the mic, man. This is nothing new to anybody. If you're familiar with the AEW product, you know that our favorite scumbag and right now current heel and holder of the Casino Gauntlet matches contract, we know this dude can cut a promo. But he unfortunately called Mark Briscoe, a man from my home state of Delaware, once again a blue-collar hillbilly. Or, sorry, not hillbilly. He called him a 5-letter word that I am not going to say on my channel. Use your imagination. Or go watch the show, of course. Other honorable mention too, besides MJF making fun of my wonderful Homer the 302, was Tony Storm and Alex Windsor cutting a backstage promo. Alex Windsor is going to be in a match later on in the night, but of course it's Tony Storm, and if MJF is one of the best heels on the mic in AEW, Tony Storm is one of the best baby faces on the mic, cutting her very unique promos. Yeah. If you ask me on or off camera, hey, why should I watch AEW? Maybe not so much why. I have plenty of whys. How about who you shouldn't watch it with? Like your kids. But anyway, that's it for honorable mentions. I wanted to start, we just ended that with the ladies. I want to start off number 5 with the ladies. The ladies' 4-way action was pretty good. We had a match that was supposed to be determining who would challenge Mercedes Moné, who was returning tonight as well. Who would challenge her for her TBS title at Forbidden Door. And at Forbidden Door, 2 other competitors will join her. So one person will be from AEW, one person would be from CMLL, and one person would be from Japan's Stardom promotion. So that's what Forbidden Door is all about, folks. If you don't know, Forbidden Door is kind of... It was named after the big crossover of pro wrestling happening with, AEW starting to align themselves with all these different companies. So you got to see them work with TNA, CMLL, AAA. Now nowadays those lines are a bit more divided. We might make a video about that in the future. AAA is now owned by WWE. CMLL primarily works with AEW now. So those are Mexican promotions. New Japan Pro Wrestling, the biggest wrestling promotion, is involved with AEW, and meanwhile Pro Wrestling Noah, another Japanese wrestling promotion, probably the number 2 company over there, probably. I need to check my homework on that one, but they do a little bit of work with WWE right now. So the participants in the match was, of course, the newbie to the company, Alex Windsor, Queen Aminata, Sky Blue, and Billy Starks, who of course came out with ROH Women's Champion Athena. And Tony Storm, of course, came out last at the intros just to get a, pop from the crowd and, keep them happy. So she was out there on behalf of Alex Windsor as well. This is number 5 because I did enjoy the match, but it had, if I'm being honest, it's last place just because it had some rough edges. And this isn't a critique type video, but I did enjoy the action for what it was. There was a moment in there where I thought Queen Aminata concussed Sky Blue, but it was, from the looks of things, it was just a really good looking move. I hope Sky Blue's okay, but love some Queen Aminata. Love seeing, the ladies do good work in ring. So for the most part, it was good, but there was a lot of rough edges, and that's why it comes in at number 5. Still like to see it though. Anyway, number 4, the Don Callis family celebrates Kyle Fletcher's TNT win from last week's AEW Collision. Man, this show ain't for kids. Okay, it's not worse than anything WWE has done. But after celebrating Kyle, Don Callis, the most despicable heel manager in AEW, and probably period right now. The dude gets boozed throughout the entire promo, and then he gives the mic off to Kyle Fletcher, who talks his junk and blah, blah, blah. But I really thought that this is continuing to get over the Don Callis family as like the big heel faction in AEW, while also it puts Kyle on this thing of he's becoming, the top star of the mid-card right now, and that's why he's holding that title. It's almost as if maybe he should have won that at All In. I wonder if he would have won against Adam Cole had the match had gone as planned. But I also love Dustin Rhodes, and I understand why he won that. If his knees were already bad, like news is reporting that he is supposed to be getting double knee replacement surgery. So prayers out to him. But it makes me think, as much as I'm happy for him to have gotten that title win moment, should we have just given it to Kyle Fletcher? Whatever, regardless, praying for Dustin, and I'm glad he had this moment. Now, the sus moment of this promo. Yeah, Don Callis is goofy. As much as he is a despicable heel manager, he is also kind of goofy. And he had apparently hand-painted an oil painting of Mr. Kyle Fletcher and himself. And he's holding the TNT title around Kyle Fletcher's waist while Kyle is naked, and Don Callis is there looking all muscular as well, wearing blue jeans. Yeah, anyway. It was funny. You would enjoy it if that's your type of humor. But I couldn't help but laugh. It makes number 4 on my top 5. Moving on to one of my favorite AEW stars right now, which this guy's probably in my top 5 stars on AEW, Swerve Strickland. Whose house? Hopefully watching this you said Swerve's house. Anyway, yeah, it's a good promo. A lot of good promos on this show. A lot of good backstage interviews and just continuing storylines. Now, Okada wasn't there with the Don Callis family tonight, but Swerve was there to do a on-stage promo with Renee Paquette, and he was just getting over the fact that Okada is this, yes, he's played up to be this generational superstar, this massive star in Japan, but he's facing him. And it's just you and me in those ropes. No Don Callis, no Don Callis family, according to Unified Championship rules. So I'm guessing it's supposed to be taking up the same rules as the Continental Championship rules. It's supposed to be like a whole honor bound type thing. No, nobody interrupting anything. Just pure wrestling. Hopefully, that's the kind of match we get at Forbidden Door. But he was getting over the fact that he's this big match superstar and this once-in-a-generational talent, and yet Swerve is one of a kind and will always be one of a kind. Unlike Okada, who is one of those once-in-a-generational superstars, there will never be another Swerve Strickland. And I loved how he got that over. The crowd was into it, and I was into it as well. Very awesome. Number 2, let's talk about MJF versus Mark Briscoe. And before this match started, we had a backstage promo with MJF and the Hurt Syndicate. I'm wrapping 2 moments in one here, but I think it's necessary to talk about this as well because I do like the story with the Hurt Syndicate, even though I think MJF's kind of leaving the group too quickly. But from the past few weeks, Shelton Benjamin has given him the thumbs down of having him out of the group. So has Bobby Lashley. And tonight, MVP did the same. He gave him the thumbs down, but he promised that the Hurt Syndicate would leave him healthy and they would not hurt him. But if he succeeds in his quest of going after Adam Page and getting his title back, then Bobby Lashley will be coming after him. And Bobby Lashley has never truly liked MJF. He didn't like him coming into the group. He does not like him now because the saying was, we hurt people, not me. And he's claiming MJF was only worried about me. But on what we've seen, yeah. So, I would like to see that match, or this mini feud, this background feud, I would call it, not mini feud, goes to in the future. But back to the match. The ref was very lenient in this main event. My biggest critique of this match is that if they were going to do the spots that they were going to do in this match, like biting spots and MJF using the rope to support himself and them brawling into the crowd, and yeah, I really think this should have just been a DQ match. They went through a table during this match. It should have just been no DQ. But anyway, I did enjoy it though. That's why it makes number 2 still. Unfortunately, MJF wins and he beats Mark Briscoe down with the Dynamite diamond ring afterward. But Hangman Adam Page comes in for the win. But this also still proves that Adam Page is right about MJF. He's still being the coward. So yeah, MJF's gonna have to use that contract from the Casino Gauntlet match to, I don't want to say cash in, but for lack of a better way of putting it, cash in on Adam Page. Because I don't think Page is just going to give him a match. If anything, he's been putting over, even earlier in the night during a backstage promo, that Mark Briscoe is more deserving of a title shot. So, hey, maybe that'll happen first, and maybe MJF will get mad and finally use his contract. Yeah, good main event, but I want to talk about a match that could have been the main event. I want to talk about the Young Bucks versus the team now dubbed as Brodito of Brody King and Bandito. And this partnership has worked for them so far. This is the tournament to decide number 1 contenders for the Hurt Syndicate's AEW World Tag Team titles. And we got an amazing match out of this. It opened up with, of course, the Young Bucks, who are now, at least in kayfabe, no longer EVPs, Executive Vice Presidents. And they've lost all their production value and their entrances, and they're still trying to rename their double knee spot from the the EVT trigger to, well, they don't know. They argued about that and they ended up hitting each other in each other's knees because they couldn't figure it out. And yeah, they just was it Brody King or Bandito was trying to get it? Either way, whoever was aimed for in this moment just ducks the move and misses. We see that amazing spot into the flip with Brody King supporting Bandito, and he flips him into one of the Jacksons, and it's a cool, fun move. I kind of like it. I actually do feel the impact of it. So it's really cool look. It's effective, and it was really showing up well online. But like I said, the match was technically well done. It was back and forth, exciting action, and that's all you can really ask. I did enjoy this match personally a bit more than even seeing one of our hometown boys from Delaware getting the main event spot. Don't worry, all love Mark Briscoe. Still an amazing match. I love seeing you hit the froggy bow on that jerk. MJF. Anyway, we did. What else did I think about this episode? This was a good episode to further us towards AEW Forbidden Door. I just want to make sure I have all my thoughts together. I did miss in that four-way match with the ladies. I did forget to mention that Mercedes Moné comes out in the post-match and she delivers a backstabber to Alex Windsor, while Athena hits the O-face on Toni Storm because heels try to heal, Tony tries to get involved. Yeah, so let me know what you guys thought about this episode of Dynamite. Let me know again what you think about this format of doing Kye's Top 5. And of course, you know the drill, guys. Like, comment, share, and subscribe. Hit that bell notification. And of course, I love you. Enjoy pro wrestling. And for the love of pro wrestling, keep it casual. See you guys.